Welcome to the next season of this experiment, and we have two new football teams being owned, one being by Archie and one by Leighton. Archie bought Barnet, and now he has officially bought the worst team, because they've almost just finished rock bottom. So, I don't really know how to describe this, but they have been quite bad, to be honest. I mean, they finished 21st, 23rd last time. I don't know why Archie bought them. But let's make our way up to the table. And Daniel was still in this league, and now Leighton has also himself got a team in this league. What team did Leighton get? Well, they are in the top 7 already, as he bought AFC Wimbledon, who finished on 71 points, with the top scorer being the midfielder Jack Reeves, and Matthew Stevens and Leighton Stewart also getting far into it. We also see Stewart get the most assists, with Jack Reeves and Matthew Stevens not too far off. So we do see Daniel finally get promoted, as he finishes first alongside Walsall and Gillingham. Hugh Alexander had a solid season, taking the lead with Calvin, whatever his name is, getting a lot of goals. Ty's getting a lot of assists, and Jack Lancashire also having a decent season. Mattis Hole second, not as good of a season, but still an alright season. Xavier Stevens with Campbell gets those assists, and then you can see there a few more stats. So, now it is the question, did Leighton get promoted in Season 1? Well, the answer is yes, he does, as he beats Barrow in the playoffs to get himself a League One position. Cameron's first season in League One, as well as mine, sees survival. I don't mean as well as my first season. I've already been promoted. I mean, I think you know what I mean. But we do see Exeter, Mansfield, Wigan, and Lincoln go down. Lincoln for the first time, but the other three teams are pretty sure familiar. That's it. Not sure about Exeter. I don't think they've been relegated once, but Wigan have only just went back up. So Wigan in a very bad position. But going up the table, Cameron gets himself a nice 50th place, and it's not enough to be top half to get the bonus, but his squad still has a nice season, considering the long-termness. But it is Michael Obafemi who gets the most goals in his first season, outscoring Daniel Jepson, who was probably the better player going into the league. We still see Daniel Jepson get the most assists, with Matty Virtue and Elliot Bonds and Harvey White and Denver Hume not too far behind. Clean sheets wise, it does go to Harrison Neal, not the goalkeeper. Jay Lynch is a bit old now, he just can't be upgraded well. So yeah, unfortunately for Cameron, he still has yet to sign a better goalkeeper. But scrolling up the table, we do see Notts County, newcomers to the league, finished 12th, so a very respectable season for them. But we do see the teams getting promoted in Portsmouth and Huddersfield. So Portsmouth going back up and Huddersfield going back up. MK Dons almost get the spot, so they actually almost get to Championship from League 2 themselves. Preston, Bolton and Wycombe will be in the playoffs, with the playoff winner being Bolton, who beat MK Dons in the final. It is a successful season for us. Not a great season, but successful, as Luton, Derby, Plymouth go down with us in 21st. Now, it's not a great season by any means, but it was good enough to keep us in the league, which was a very, very important feat, with the same good players playing well, and then the rest of the team are kind of rubbish except these lots. So, yeah, not much really. One of our new signings at least got the race clean sheets, but a lot of the new signings not really having the best of seasons because of that, especially with them all being defensive, so it just makes them look worse. Our new striker, not looking too great, but a promising season in some sense due to how bad everyone else was. Going off the league though, we can see Watford once more close to relegation, so yeah. But we do see Coventry and Birmingham getting promoted automatically. So Coventry, a bit out of nowhere, really. Well, no, Birmingham was out of nowhere. Coventry weren't too bad. And we see Leicester go up, which I don't care for Leicester. So, yeah, it's not made me happy. The Prem is a terrible season for Wolves, finishing 20th with Burnley finishing 19th, so not really too unpredictable. But it is Hull going down. They had a nice stint, but not much. 27 points is abysmal, really. So yeah, not much of a difference between the relegation sides, but Ipswich, Bournemouth and that possibly looking due to how bad the rest were. But going up the table, we do see a Liverpool victory in the Prem, which makes me happy. So domestically, it's now the Cups, where the FA Cup is won by Liverpool, no runs by anyone really. Carabao Cup is won by Birmingham. Okay, so Birmingham have had a good season, I guess. And the Virtue Trophy is won by Reading, with Archie's Barnet, whilst being the worst team, actually getting the furthest, only going out to Preston, who obviously were runners up. Now, in the Conference League, Champions League, and now we see Spurs win the Conference League, Newcastle win the Europa League, and Man City win the Champions League. Other relegation battles see Metz, Haver, and Dunkirk who all get relegated. I guess not really surprising. With ASA, NTN, Angers, and Montpellier, well, not Montpellier, but they're in the mix, all getting promoted. Heidenheim get relegation playoffs with Hertha Berlin once more getting relegated, but this time it's Werder Bremen who surprisingly get relegated. That's a few seasons ago they got European football. It is Hamburg getting re-promoted to SC Pauli, and Hoover getting promotion playoffs. Going down the table, you'll be able to see who's doing what. But it is 1860 Munich getting a relegation playoff round with MCF Duisburg and VfL Augsburg all getting relegation, and Magdeburg and Melner Wiesbaden getting automatically promoted with Starbuck and also being in the playoff, who will play 1860 Munich. Emporio, Udinese and Pescara all get relegated, with the teams getting promoted automatically being Sassuolo and Genoa, and you'll be able to see who's getting relegation playoffs, no promotion playoffs there, with a few interested teams, but to be fair, like the ones you'd expect to be in that position. After an extended run in the La Liga, Deportivo actually do get relegated, so it's a bit sad for them. Obviously, a great run for being a second division side, but in the end, it obviously comes to an end. Deportivo do go down. And we see Las Palmas and Levante both get re-promoted first and second straight away, with, you can see there, who is in contention for playoffs. The lightning round begins. We see RB Salzburg win their division. Royal Antwerp go top going into the next stage of their league, which is interesting. Copenhagen once more win their league, nothing too surprising. We do see Marseille win the French league, which is different. PSG still finish second and Monaco finish third, meaning that the exact same teams are getting Champions League positions. So yeah, nothing too dramatic there. We see the Bundesliga won by RB Leipzig, so again a change in normality, with Bayern, Frankfurt and Dortmund either still retaining the fact that they are Champions League. We see also a Napoli league win, with Lazio, Milan, Juventus getting Champions League positions. Going to the next division, we see Feyenoord win their league, PSV finishing second, FC Twente finishing third, Ajax finishing fourth, and AZ just about miss out on European football. That league is not finished. Lech Poznan once more win their league, with the chance to qualify for the Champions League, which would be good for them. Porto get their league, Sporting getting the other Champions League position. Benfica miss out, so you can see the rest of their league. We see Shamrock once more win their league. I mean, that's not really a surprise to anyone, is it? Romanian league is won by Dynamo, which is really random. But if you saw the Champions League run we saw, you'll know exactly how bad this team are, because they got Champions League, but they were rubbish. So we're ignoring that. Celtic do win their league. It's been up in the air between Celtic and Rangers. We haven't seen a Hearts win once, though, which is kind of sad. We do see Atletico win their league, which is a first, and Barca finish on the same point, so quite unlucky. I don't know why I said Bayern, that was a really stupid mistake. Seriously, Conference League football, I didn't expect to see that one again for a while. We also see Young Boys win their league dramatically, And finally, Fenerbahce get the league for the first time in this entire career mode. Anyway, that is the end of this instalment. Stay tuned for next time to see what big transfers or decisions are made.